Hi everyone, welcome back to my series of sessions on how to pass or crack a project management exam, PMP or PRINCE 2 in first attempt. Today we will be discussing the most important topic, how to manage your schedule when you are preparing for a project management exam. When we say schedule, your daily schedule is included in it, which means your day-to-day job, which you will be doing for around 10 to 9 hours a day. It also includes your personal time, and including all this within those 24 hours, how you will be able to manage your study schedule, or figure out 2 to 3 hours daily to study for this exam. So we will look into that today. Now, for this, what you need to do is you need to identify a slot of 2 to 3 hours in a day, either a morning slot or a night slot. Let me give you my example. By the time I had appeared for PMP exam, sorry, applied for PMP exam, I was working in a job wherein my presence was required from morning 9 o'clock to around 6 to 6:30 in the office, as per my job requirement. Again, I was my son, I have a son who was around 5 to 6 years old at that time, and I had to dedicate my morning hours for some household chores, as well as in the evening after coming back from work, I had to dedicate some personal time with my son. So I had identified a slot from 9 o'clock in the night, 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. Daily for study. Let's assume you are a project manager who is working in Europe or US based project, wherein your presence is required later in the daytime. Let's say from afternoon 12 o'clock to might be evening 8 or 9 o'clock, or might be later hours of the day, to cover up the 24 hours, I mean the time gap between the geographic time gap between those two places where you are working and where your on-site project team is. Then in that case, you can identify a slot in the morning, let's say from 6 o'clock in the morning to might be 9 a.m. in the morning, something like that. Now, is it difficult to identify the slot? No, it's not difficult to identify the slot, but it is difficult to make you ready at that particular time. You should finish all your tasks which are listed in your day-to-day schedule, and you should make yourself free or available to only study in during that time. So what you will do, you will block your office calendar. So what will happen is you will, let's say for next 3 to 4 months, you send yourself a daily recurring invite for those that slot, let's say from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. in the night, or might be from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. And once you have blocked your office calendar, nobody will try to send you invite in that. No need to go and hold a placard in your hand and announce everywhere, okay, I have blocked this time slot for studying PMP, etc. Everybody has their own personal priorities, so you identify this is your priority and you block the slot accordingly. I'm not saying you stop working in that time. So complete your job, and then there is a particular slot in a day, you work in that. Once that is done, you identify a particular place in your home, or might be your workplace, or some other place wherein you will be going and studying every day. Now, why you should go and sit at only one place and study every day is because your brain gets accustomed to sit at one place and get into that study mode once again. That is what I realized, that you have to go and sit at the same place over a period of time, might be after a week or two. Once you go and sit at that particular place, that might be at 9 p.m., automatically your brain will get that trigger that okay, now I have to start studying, and automatically you will get into the mode of studying and revising the chapters, etc. Try to use the same setup again, because it helps you, it makes you comfortable for studies. If you keep on fiddling around in your house at multiple places, then what will happen is you will not get accustomed. You will need some time to sit at that place and then get used to it, and might be after 10 or 15 minutes of starting studying, you actually become productive. So to have a good productivity and to reduce your warm up time to actually start studying, it is I better that you have the same time slot and the same place and with the same setup you start studying. So that helps a lot. Secondly, nowadays it's a COVID time. Otherwise, when if you're going to office, usually what I have seen is people will have a lunch break, and after that they will stroll around or go for tea or might be smoke, etc. So what you will I will recommend is that you even block those time slots in your office calendar. Let's say you have a lunch time from, let's say, 12:30 to 1:30, and people usually, if you see, they keep on strolling till 2 o'clock and having chit chatting and they socialize, etc. All these things are good, but if you have a target in your mind that you want to crack up this difficult exam by a particular date, then what is advisable is you identify these non-value adding time slots. Non-value adding in the sense, non-value adding with respect to your commitment to give this exam. These things do add value in your life as far as socializing and your emotional strengths and other things are concerned, but right now we are only focusing on exam. So with respect to exam, identify these slots also. Book your office calendar during that slot. Book a conference room or might be identify a library or something like that. Go and sit at that place and study in that time. So that will also help you to add on to additional, like might be an hour or so daily for studies. So I know it is very difficult, but if you follow this process, what will happen is you will dedicate your time towards that goal which you have set and you want to achieve, and your target will come nearer and sooner. Now, how to manage your schedule again? You have to exit yourself from various distractions. Now, again, in the previous slide, we talked about blocking your utilizing your lunchtime or tea breaks or smoke breaks for studying. Similarly, there are few other distractions as far as achieving your this PMP or Prince 2 target is concerned, is WhatsApp groups. So today, because of this internet, free internet which is available, free and unlimited internet which is available, you have a lot of WhatsApp groups and you have various social media platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, etc. All these are good, but they occupy significant amount of time in your day, and all these things are considered as non-value added activities as far as achieving your PMP target is concerned. So exit from all the groups. You can announce in the group, like I had done it myself. I had announced in the group that okay, I am appearing for some difficult exam which needs me to focus. I will join back the group after I have appeared for the exam. Like that, you communicate it to your friends so that they also don't feel bad that you have exited the group, etc. And then once it is done, you can join back these groups again. Especially for ladies or even for men, there are some activities which wherein you can find alternative for yourself as far as your household chores are concerned. let's say in my case, I had employed a cook and a maid to help me at the home. Plus, I had hired few, help from the daycare facility, etc., so that the burden on myself is reduced. Fortunately, my parents were also there. They had also come to help me to manage my son for a month or two. During vacations, I had sent my son to my parents' place so that I have a dedicated time to study during that month. So do that in case of male candidates. Like, even let's assume you are driving to your workplace and it consumes at least 1 hour. Might be during that time when you're preparing for the exam, it is good that you hire either a driver or you hire a cab and you travel to work, so that you save that 1 hour, and during that commute time you can study during that during that commute time. So try to maximize as much as possible from these 24 hours, the time which you can dedicate for studies. I know it is difficult, but it is not unachievable. It's only that you have to make certain adjustments or tweaks to your daily routine or habits, and try to, gather as much as time for to dedicate for study, and focus on your target and try to achieve it. Now, the next topic which we will discuss next week will be how to use agile methodology or lean methodology while studying, and make your studying productivity as high as possible. So keep on watching my videos. Thank you. Bye.